Peace Reflections, good energy to all. So in this video, I just wanted to share my observations on the difference between a cult and a occult. That's with an O. So I just checked out the meanings of both of them, and a cult is the first thing, the most readily thing that pops up is just paying your attention to a particular religious organization. And if you look at the word occult, it's basically the same thing, except they keep secrets. They're hiding. They're hiding behind a veil, which is in itself kind of evil. And if you just look at a lot of the things that have happened in history, and especially America, even recently, 9/11. I mean, if anybody who's, I'm sure most of y'all know the truth behind it, or at least have come to your own good deductive reasonings as to what's really happened with 9/11. But it's pretty clear from my perspective that they straight up lied to us. And this all goes back, if you trace back the origins of the people in play, and the powers that be. It all goes back to the occult, and these are people who keep secrets. I mean, they know, the information that can help heal humanity. They know that the pharmaceutical company is not in humanity's best interest. I'm sure that they're very well aware that if people just ate good organic food, that would heal them. But they choose to keep these type of secrets hidden. So this is why occults, in my opinion, aren't really good for humanity, especially if they're ones that are bent on, keeping humanity at a lower vibrational frequency, and essentially creating chaos. And then, as I said, in my other video, the New World Order is its agenda, is to create chaos and then come in as the saviors and put down their, I think, satanic order. So, and then if you look at the word cult, it's just they're not hiding. It's just a straight up organization, basically a way of doing things, religion, relying on things. Yeah, they have their own rituals and rites and ceremonies, but they're open about it, to share it. If you have a way of doing things that's good and it helps you and it helps others, then I think it's good that you share it. And I think that the good Lord, the grand creator, whatever you want to call it, or whatever it is to you, he's all about growth. He's all about creation. He's all about life being better and growing more and spreading positivity and love. And so then if you figure out something that's good for you and good for humanity, then I think he would want, or it would want, you to share that. So things like Christianity and Buddhism and a lot of these religions that have really good core ethics and practices in play are good for humanity. So cults are good. Cults are necessary, and it's also important to make, that's why I think it's also good for us all to figure out what cult we belong in, and to realize also that living in these cities, living in this country, America, right now, is predominantly controlled by an occult group. People hiding behind a mask, being evil, hiding behind their veil. And this is how they're able to appear as the good guys, and yet they're quite the opposite, which is what Satan does, is, trick you, deceive you, and pretend like he's your friend, and then he stabs you in the back. So, yeah, I just wanted to make this video real quick. I know there seems to be a lot of controversy with carbonation and, joining a cult and all these things, and I get it too. Like when I first heard that they scare you with that word too. Like from a young age, you hear the word cult and you immediately go to some satanic organization and it has a bad connotation with it, due largely to a lot of horror movies. A lot of horror movies put forth a lot of bad propaganda concerning the word cult. But if you really just look up the definition of it, it actually has a lot of good connotations, and there's even a lot of, that was the first definition I got, was that it's pretty much just a religion or way of doing things. But then it goes down and it starts to, some of the other definitions of it are, things that are good and pleasant for humanity and are, and then if you look at, and then it goes into the word of cultivate, which is literally, learning to grow crops out of the ground, and, which is all about life and spreading life. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video real quick to share my observations on these two words that get used a lot, and yeah, so that's about it. All right, with that being said, I love myself, and good energy to all. All right, goodbye.